My name is Dan. I'm down 175 pounds off of 7,000 units of insulin. And I want to talk today about type 2 diabetes and why having a college degree doesn't matter to type 2 diabetes. You know why it doesn't matter? Type 2 diabetes could care less if you're educated through college or not educated through college. It couldn't care less if you're out there with a hammer in your hand every day or an executive suit on every day. It doesn't matter. It affects everyone the same way. It's an equal opportunity disease, and that's the reality of type 2 diabetes. And that's why we need to take action against type 2 diabetes. There's nothing worse you can do than just sit and be what's the best word for it? Just non-compliant in trying to do something for yourself. I have so many people inside of my coaching program. I have a wellness company, and we help people put their type 2 diabetes in remission. I'm down 175 and off of 7,000 units of insulin. But I had to sit and decide to take action. This simple diet wasn't going to do it. When people come into my coaching program, I say to them, listen, you're 64 years old, you've got an A1C of like 13.5. How many years do you think it took you to get there? And then how long do you think it's going to take to start making some moves to go the other way? What you're dealing with is insulin resistance, and so many people do not understand that. They think they're going to do a 2-week diet. Next thing you know, they're going to be healthy and on the road again. Not the case. I understood I needed to make change. And when I say change, I need to make a transformation. And people say, yeah, I need you to fix my diabetes. And I always tell them, I'm not going to fix your diabetes. I'm going to fix you. I'm going to actually not even fix you. I'm going to transform you, because once you make this transformation, you become a completely different person in your habits, in your mentality, in your lifestyle, and everything else. I have a lot of business people with me, and the one thing they always say is they feel so much better because now they have the energy and the brain fog is gone. And that's a big thing with type 2 diabetes. When I first got diagnosed, I was 473 pounds. I felt like having a nap in the morning, and I felt like having another nap in the afternoon, and it was affecting my career. And again, I was at the top of the food chain in corporate America. I walked away from it to jump into this space and try to help other people once I figured out how to actually do this. And that's what I'm helping people to do. So the first thing I did was just get my mindset completely changed from where I was to where I was going to go. And I had to understand this is going to be a long-term thing, not just overnight. We're going to take some time and we're going to do it correctly. Next thing I did was I dialed in my nutrition. I understood, for example, if I was going to do carb counting, I wasn't going to go to 20 carbs a day tomorrow. I would have failed miserably. I had to step down, and I had to do it in a way that was really making sense, and I had to watch the indicators. I fix businesses for a living, and I had a number of indicators inside of businesses when I was fixing them to tell me if we were doing it correctly, what we needed to change, and how we needed to get this thing going. So that was number 2. Number 3, I understood I need to do some exercise. I'm a former pro athlete. I spent 12 years on a pro wrestling tour, and what did I do? I started walking again. I could walk 5 minutes, and the kids at the gym were laughing at me, and I couldn't care. I was focused on me, not the people in the treadmills beside me. I thought 5 minutes is great. If I get to 6, I can get to 7, I can get to 8, get to 10. This year I ran the New York City half marathon, to tell you the short end of that story. So yes, things can happen, it can get done. And the other thing I recognize I need is sleep. If I'm going to completely transform myself, I need to get rest. I need to get proper rest. I've built an app, and I believe it's the best app on the market for type 2 diabetics. It tracks everything from blood sugar. It'll track your weight, show you everything in graphs. Your food, I've taken away all the friction of tracking macros. You take a picture, not only is it going to give you the macros on the food, but it's also going to give you a score how that's going to affect your blood sugar, so you can make smarter decisions. So you can go to the grocery store, take a pic of something, and then you can look at it and say, wow, that's a 10, that's going to be good for my blood sugar, and put that in the cart as you continue to move forward. But if you get like a 2, you might not want to put that piece of food or whatever it is, processed food probably, in your cart. So therefore it'll help you make smarter decisions, but without all the friction of trying to figure things out. Every Sunday I give coaching to people. In the app, you have a full coaching page, and I've clear plan for next week. What are we going to focus on? What's happening? How did we do last week? And what can we change to be better this week? This is how you start dropping people's numbers 200 points at a clip, which is what I'm seeing right now with some of the people in my coaching group. And also, I built out an academy. Education was huge. I didn't know anything about all this stuff. I did this without GLP-1s, without any education. I literally threw myself into this. So I built out an academy, 16 lessons so far in a group coaching call every month, plus more lessons being added every single month. I put this whole package together, and we are having amazing success with our clients. So how am I doing this? I used me as the living example of how to do it, what works, what doesn't work. I'm my own science experiment. I am living this every single day. Who do you want to learn from? Someone who's been in the pits? Or someone who's looking at a book and saying, according to this book, you got to do this. Now, I'm living this boots on the ground every single day. If you'd like more information on my app, my coaching, my academy, we do the academy alone if you like. There's so many ways we can help you. Just simply reach out, look in the description. I've got ways to get in touch with me. However, the number one thing you need to do is make a change and do it now. The worst thing you could possibly do is wait. Remember, Type 2 diabetes doesn't care about your college degree. It literally doesn't. So have a better life and use that degree smarter. Let's get you healthy. Reach out if you need some help.